This is Darius March of Into the Mantle. This is part 1 of the Into the Mantle board meeting. We took a Saturday out of the month to convene at Blake's office, taking attention away from what some of us would rather be doing. We wanted to discuss metrics, demographics, statistics, discovery, and outreach.
I gotta look at the IRLs.
We convened on a rainy Saturday afternoon.
Hello, this is Blake Carlisle. We are minutes away from Darius and I having a bit of a check-in meeting about Into the Mantle, kind of in an effort to incorporate kind of the Scrum mentality into our approach to Into the Mantle.
We soldier on with Into the Mantle. We wanted to have a meeting to discuss our metrics and some of the progress we hope to make in the second half of our fiscal year. We want to identify some of the issues we've had in increasing viewership. So I've created a concept map, just enumerated some of the delivery branches, stemming out from the larger idea of Into the Mantle.
I think the important thing with the concept map, when we started back in February, we had a certain idea, mostly focused on the blogs and the podcast. You go in with a certain idea, at some point you have to let the organics take over. We did have YouTube become a big one, see where we are, postulate on where we're going.
So we're going to get into the nuts and bolts and look at what we can do to improve the site and actually talk about some of the comments we've gotten, which a lot have been positive. Some have been confusing at best, but it's all part of the game, I think.
Proliferating on many different avenues on the internet is people contributing without purpose.
Yeah, that seems to be a YouTube epidemic.
Yeah.
As far as a branding, Into the Mantle is still nebulous.
Yes, yeah. I guess we could say it's at the larva phase right now. We're nearing the 7-month mark next week.
19th.
Yes.
I've done approximately 33 YouTube videos. The total views is over 7,200. The Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos tribute is at number 1 with over 1,000 views. That was added June 8th. My collection of ColecoVision and Atari 2600 games was added June 5th, but that has only reached 872 views. However, in the last week, the ColecoVision video has earned a 24% share of total views to a couple different bloggers linking to the video. vgretto.com YouTuber Gamers Collection blogger had linked to that video. That actually contributed to quite a few clicks. A marginal link on Screw Attack.
I did a comprehensive stats. That was on the celebration of my 20th YouTube. The top 2 are both movie themes on piano. Actually, the top 6 are all music performances. The Princess Bride one is number 1, followed by my Zorba the Greek theme. The number 3 is my Charlotte's Web cover, which, now the exciting thing about that is that I added that August 8th, and it's already at 920. My number 1, Princess Bride, is up to 3,200, but it's been on since April. And then the one I'm a little not happy with is the performance of the Dark Knight shooting location in Chicago, which I consider to be my most ambitious, and I did think that would catch on a bit. There have been the most comments on the Princess Bride one. A lot of people wanting to know the chords, and also requesting another song from Charlotte's Web. There must be something more. So that about covers my YouTubes.
The video with the most views did not receive the most comments.
Yeah, that is interesting.
The right resource on the web. Something we can do to improve our YouTube contributions is really, do something that's useful. I mean, if we just do something that there's very little web coverage of, and in particular not very much coverage on YouTube, then we can zero in on that and go virals with some songs.
Several different variables to look at, and breaking it down in a meeting like this, we get an understanding for what the people want to see.
We've done a couple of topical videos which we really thought it would take off. We took some theater trips, very popular blockbuster movies, Incredible Hulk, 2008, and Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. Even the tribute to Katie Sackhoff, which you did back in May.
Right.
We thought that those would just get a huge response. Someone wants to see an Incredible Hulk 2008 trailer, the likelihood is that they enter in the search field, Incredible Hulk 2008 trailer. Fans of that film may not just enter Incredible Hulk. If they want to see the trailer, they're going to look up trailer.
It is the nature of the beast. The one thing that most surprises me is the extensive Wizard World coverage we did, spanning 5 videos, almost an hour of coverage. I mean, you look at the Comic-Con coverage, which you commented on. There wasn't G4 coverage of Wizard World.
You know, fans of comics, and not just comics, but the entire amalgam, going from comics to films based on comics, toys, collectibles. These are things that we were covering in Wizard World Chicago coverage 2008. We didn't see anything like that on the G4 coverage of the San Diego Comic-Con 2008. Well, it's only had 116 views. It's not popping up in people's searches. You have to consider everything. Could be the title of the video, the thumbnail, it's showing up in searches. If someone's looking at the G4 coverage of the San Diego Comic-Con 2008, you know, they may not want to see my face. They want to see Olivia Munn or the guy.
For convention fans, you don't want Super Bowl coverage. You want the detail that we at ITM make a point to focus on.
Who is not to say that YouTube cannot be considered an alternative means of accessing coverage. Everything is related and it's all elemental. I imagine it has to be a complex blend of attractive thumbnail, a grabber for the name of the video itself, accurate search terms. You know, these are just some of the things we're considering in improving YouTube for the users, and also just improving the YouTubers' sensibilities.
The people that are the contributors are also the viewers, and it's almost like a college dorm in that way, except it's very large and spanning the whole globe. The classic sacrificing your art just to become popular and pleasing, which isn't what we desire.
Blake, some of your videos where you performed renditions of songs that may have been entirely unique to YouTube, songs that weren't covered by 100 people. They weren't exactly Metallica's One, performed on any variety of instruments. So
right.
You did a Charlotte's Web song. You even got requests asking for more Charlotte's Web songs.
Right. There must be.
And even just a couple comments asking, hey, how do you perform that song? How can I play that song at home? And at least be a part of that kind of Web 2.0 snowball. You have to respond to it. So that's what we're doing here today, to become rivals to Screw Attack or G4, and really leverage some of the attention we've been getting. So your number one in terms of commenting was your Princess Bride theme on piano.
Right. That had 7 comments. A lot of people asking for the notes and the chords, which I tried to put in the description. And then the Charlotte's Web one, which got a couple of nice ones.
Directly consult with our viewers. I know a number of our videos have been featured on a couple of blogs, which is very cool. The Showbiz Pizza animatronics, which is definitely viral at this point, where one of the original creators of the Showbiz Pizza animatronics is now creating new performances synced up to modern pop songs. I responded to that with just presenting my collection of Showbiz Pizza Rocket Fire Explosion record albums. And that got a few responses, a few comments.